Almost 30 years after the first ever television drama was broadcast, Royal Force Airman turned actor Cyril Grant became the first ever black person to be featured regularly in a television drama in the United Kingdom. When he first starred in the BBC's Man from the Sun, it aired at a time of what we now know as the Windrush generation were arriving in the country by government invitation after the promise of work. The show depicts a group of West Indians as they settle into London faced prejudices from the white population, and they attempt to start to integrate themselves with the other black communities. For the first time, television mirrored many of the lived experience of black people in Britain at the time. But while Man from the Sun showed how television could reflect the lives of black people in the UK, the black and white minstrel show was evidence of how far television still had to go. The variety show first aired in 1958 and featured musical numbers by performers dressed in blackface. At its most popular, received 16.5 million viewers an episode.
We were rehearsing the show in the afternoon and the boys had their black makeup on, and in the lunch break they all went up to the stage door, myself included, to get some air, and that stage door opened onto a little alleyway, and across the other side of the alleyway, which was only about 20 feet, 15 to 20 feet, was a line of black people, the families. They were going into the cinema that was on the other side of this alley where the stage door was. And I saw the way they looked at these black faces and white mouths, and their faces somehow dropped and looked in bewilderment. The look went right through me, and I suddenly felt, in my mind, this could have offended them.
In 1967, more than 200 black people, aligned with a campaign against racial discrimination, signed a petition calling for the show's termination.
It's both racist and it is also very patronizing.
You're going well over the top.
No.
David connects the minstrels with that.
Yet, it was defended at the time by people right at the top of the broadcaster. The show remained on air until 1978.
Something that touched my heart, and it began this way.
I'll make you wish your mother had a headache the night you was conceived.
Motley, born in Barbados, starred in numerous television series including Only Fools and Horses, Crown Court and Bergerac. In 1983, she played sex worker Bella in the Linda LaPlante adaptation of Widows. During the production of the second series of the wildly successful drama, Motley left the show alleging sexual and racial abuse from the production team. A week before the second series, she died by suicide. Steve McQueen's 2008 picture adaptation of Widows is dedicated in Eve Motley's honour. The new millennium should have been an extraordinary time for black British representation on the small screen, for the early noughties saw a drought for black talent on the TV. So, to understand where we are now, I interviewed a couple of lads to get their views of on-screen representation in 2022.
I'm Michael Sirio.
And I'm Shay Imologome. Power.
Like anything Marvel.
Obviously, Titanic was a great movie. The Wolf of Wall Street was quite nice as well. You know.
Sorry.
TV shows, I would say You know the TV show You's a good show. Really, Power Rangers was nice.
Power Rangers, yeah. Which one?
Childhood, there was a lot of them in there, yeah.
Mystic Force.
Yeah.
Heavily sometimes. And I think with more recent shows, it's
more
they want to be more inclusive to reach more wider audiences.
But like obviously, Wolf of Wall Street, I don't recall any black people, unfortunately. And Titanic was really white, lovely but white, you know. It's, yeah, well, definitely. Because
no, go ahead.
Okay, because there are directors that are like ourselves, that we're similar to nowadays, looking for precisely black people or a more diverse casting in their TV shows or movies, especially crime movies for some reason.
I think like with one thing that we see more now is like more like Asian or black people in films and things, and especially in like bigger companies like maybe Star Wars or like Marvel, and they do that. So little kids that look up to superheroes don't just look at white superheroes like I want to be like that white man. I want to like, they look at people and be like, there's someone like me that could do those great things, and they look and it inspires them.
I didn't care if Spider-Man was white. I still wanted to be cool.
Fuck that, Marsh Manhunter's better anyway.
I was just saying. Yeah. But yeah, obviously, yeah, it is important to like, especially black kids. If they see a white guy, they don't want to, you know, they might think I'm not good enough for that role because of the colour of your skin. But now that casting is being more diverse, it's good to show that they can still be that guy.
In 2015, nearly a decade after Little Miss Jocelyn, Channel 4 became home to then a little-known director, writer and actress debut comedy series. Michaela Cole's chewing gum is an unflinching look at the lives of religiously repressed virgin Tracy, played by Cole, and the equally awkward sister Cynthia, played by Susan McClomber. It's a show that you can watch on Netflix UK. Chewing gum was hugely popular and won Michaela Cole a BAFTA.
You are beautiful, embrace it. You are intelligent, embrace it. You are powerful, embrace it. Thank you. As a creative, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to tell you a story.
There she detailed experience with sexual assault, experiences which led to this year's critically acclaimed BBC Three HBO comedy drama, I May Destroy You.
We will show you exactly what we mean by violation.